Hello and welcome to the Digital Digest, your weekly breakfast of insights, tips and tricks and general information that will help anyone try to move things forward in this digital world of accounting. This show is brought to you by the Digital Disruptors, and we're doing something different this time. We are launching the Digital Disruptor Awards. We're going to explain what this means, why we're doing it, and how it's going to work. So firstly, over to John, who has joined because I can't talk properly today. So he's going to explain everything. I'm just going to ask some basic questions. So, John, what are we doing?
Well, right. I'm glad you're asking basic questions because that's all I'm up for as well. So what are we doing? We are launching a brand new awards event because we feel like something different needs to be out there in the marketplace, and also we wanted to try and get away from these concept of awards which are self-nominating, where effectively you or I, Ryan, can put ourselves forward for whatever it is, and let's just say sometimes you might be the person that wins the award just by turning up or maybe sponsoring a table or whatever it is. And we want to try sort of remove that. We want to make it more of a community feel as well, in terms of we do want people to nominate other people, and we kind of get that with the women in accounting tech awards as well. And we want to have that same kind of vibe, that same kind of feel, but then give people the opportunity to kind of really take an objective view on, like, what has had an impact in our space over the last 12 months or so.
Yeah, look, we are trying to make it as independent as possible. We're even trying to extract ourselves from this as much as possible. We are not going to be judging these awards. We'll talk to you a bit about how that will work in a minute. But we're launching this. It's basically out there now, but it's going to take place on the 16th of September, which is a Monday, the day before Accountex North. We're holding it in Manchester at the Impossible Bar, Restaurant, Theatre. Seems to do everything.
All of that.
Yeah, it'll open from 6:30 p.m. going on late into the evening, and we're going to do something a little bit different because it's us, and we're going to be as well as hosting an in-person awards night, we're going to be digitally streaming many different things for the night, but most importantly, the actual awards announcements. So if you can't make it, and we really do hope you can come, if you can't make it, please do make sure you tune in and follow it on the social media channels, because it may be that it's you, because you don't have to be there to win an award. You can just be nominated without knowing it and get given this. So that's why it's different. Anyone is up for this award. And what are the awards, John?
So we've got 7 awards that we're kicking off with, and they're for a mixture of people in the industry, for firms, and for our app vendors as well. And they are the Digital Disruptor Deity. So this is someone who's had a significant impact over the lifetime in our space. We've got the Release of the Year. So this is targeted at the apps in terms of something that the community feels has had a significant impact and really made a difference to our lives. We have the Digital Disruptor of the Year, which is focused on an individual who's had a big impact in our industry for the previous 12 months. We've got the Digital Firm of the Year, which is an equivalent version of that one, but also for firms and really sort of wanting to see who's making waves in our space. We've got Digital Marketing of the Year, which is focused in on anybody, whether that's an individual or a business, in terms of talking about talking about the themes of digital accounting and why that's so important, whether it's to firms or to businesses or to vendors. One of my favorite awards, I think, which is going to be a little bit controversial, is the Digital Ditchwater of the Year. So we're looking at who do you want to nominate, who's had the biggest cock up of the year, the release that didn't quite work, the pricing increases that haven't quite gone across maybe as well as they should have. It's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek one, okay, it's a little wooden spoon thing, but this is what we're looking for, because we want to make the awards sometimes are a bit too serious, aren't they? And then our final award is our Digital Prodigal Child Award, which is for someone who's a newcomer to an industry who's starting to make waves, and someone that we should be looking out for to follow and to see how they impact our industry over the coming few years.
Yeah, so we've kept it, I guess, smaller than a lot of the other awards nights. There's just 7, but we want to keep it focused, right? It's going to be digital accountancy, and it's broad enough to encompass pretty much anyone in this space if they have stood out. But how's it going to work? So essentially, we are going to be asking for nominations. So if you are watching this video, then there should be a link for you to click to nominate someone for this awards. Please make sure you do this. It closes by the 22nd of August. You've not got long to make a nomination. Once those nominations are in and we've closed it down, we're going to collate all of those into, groups, and we're going to share those with our board of judges. Judges are going to deliberate about them, discuss, argue, hopefully, about who they think should be deserving of an award, and ultimately vote. And those votes will be, I guess, sealed in an envelope of some sort. Let's be traditional to some extent, I guess, and then revealed on the 16th of September, live streamed across the internet. Now, in order to try and make this as independent as possible, as mentioned, John and I are not taking part. Indy is to help, I guess, organise and to cajole the judges into discussions, debate about who should run these. But effectively, all that John and I are doing are making sure this goes as seamless as possible. So, God help us.
We're going to be opening golden envelopes. That's what we're going to be doing.
Yes, yeah. But look, with any awards, we do have sponsors, so that each award is going to be sponsored. We have some sponsors for the night. It's going to be food and drinks, and it's going to be a party atmosphere. We're also on the evening going to be streaming 2 pod-offs, I think that's what we called them, talking about various topics, maybe controversial, from some of the leading podcasters in this space. So if you can't stay up for the awards, then make sure you stay up to listen to those. I think they're going to be cracking. I'm actually really excited about those. Probably as excited about the launch of the awards as well. So I guess, John, how do you envisage the evening kind of going?
So I'm hoping it's going to go really smoothly, Ryan, but I can pretty much guarantee there'll definitely be something that might go wrong because, we're doing a live event. We're streaming it out there to an audience, hopefully of hundreds, maybe thousands, possibly millions, who knows. And but ultimately, I think, do you know what? It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting and exciting. I hope it's going to be stimulating as well because we're hoping to have some really interesting debates as we go through the night. And of course, we're going to have a party at the end of it. So, that's what it's all about. So it's all about community. It's all about bringing people together. It's all about sharing ideas and thoughts and stuff and celebrating people that we think really stand out in our space. And ultimately, having a bit of fun with our friends and colleagues in the community and really just enjoying a night before a conference, right?
Yeah, I mean, we love our pre-conference events. Why not go big? Why not make it an awards night? I believe there's food and drink included. Well, unless you're a fish, because I think there's a certain amount of drink included. But ultimately, look, we're trying to make it as fun as possible. We're trying to keep the tickets also at a reasonable price. I believe £150 plus VAT.
Yeah, correct. And we want to make it a little bit different. So I don't think we're going to be going full penguin suits and all that kind of jazz. We want to make it a little bit different for people. And but it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a massive celebration. It's going to be great fun. And I'm sure if needs be, we'll find an after party after the party if we get desperate.
After party. Oh God, I'm not going to survive this. All right. So a bit more information for you because we want to be completely open. We do have a panel of judges that I referred to earlier. We're going to tell you who they are. So we've got Lisa Miles Hill from Silverfin. We've got Will Farnell from App Advisory Plus and Farnell Clark. We've got Alistair Barlow from Flinder. We've got Dal Rodriguez from Kristen Reeves. We've got Ariona. I can never say Ariona's surname. Ariona Bakrak. Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry, Ariona. Over to John. How do you say Ariona's surname?
It's Barakjar, isn't it? I'm sure it's something like that.
That sounds a lot better than what I was trying to say. So we've got Ariona from Majors Accounts. We've got Sam Mitchum from SJCM Accountancy. And we've got Celso Pinto, formerly at Pixie. And we've got Jonathan Gaunt, now Socket, Sam King from XFE or Zero for Education, Sam Horner from Swoop, Gary Turner, the Gary Turner, and Joe Woods from the Six Figure Bookkeeper, and Florentina Sandu from DAS Dorset, as well as our own Indy Tatler. So we've got quite a plethora of people. There may be a couple more that join the judging panel over the next couple of days, but essentially we've got what we think is a very broad spectrum of experience, expertise in this space that should be able to help identify, understand, and vote on the right people that should be getting these awards. And that essentially brings us to the end of this very different Digital Digest. So hopefully this episode, as any of us, provided you some insights into what we're doing, but also into what you can experience. Please do check out the show notes for the ability to nominate as well as more information on the awards if you want to reference them later. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date on things like this and the podcast and Digital Digest episodes that come out every week on a Thursday morning. We look forward to speaking to you again